Greetings, my human friends. This is Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien. I have been speaking a few times about bitcoins before. Most significantly, about the fact that Bitcoin is not a surprise, but a very well thought out product of the Secret Services in order to prepare the public for an event which will take place in 2018. By longhand planned, finally in its last stages, the blockchain technology is getting ready to adopting that what is called a world money, a global money, which will replace the dollars, euros, yens, and so on of this planet. Why, after telling you this before, do I repeat myself today? Well, the reason is very simple. Bitcoin will not be the coin of the future, of course. It will be replaced by an international money on a blockchain basis, which will not be an open platform, but controlled by the one world leadership, which already is established in place for as long as mankind is roaming the bushes and the open fields of planet Earth. But how and what will trigger this event of taking away currencies from states, and from the United States, for example, the dollar, and from Europe, the euro, and all the other currency? What will actually be the reason and the trigger to let all of these currencies collapse and, in its place one blockchain currency controlled totally by the one world government? Well, and this short message of today is the reason of this video which I'm making. I want to prepare you for that what is going to happen to you next year. The financial collapse. Many of you may ask themselves, how is it possible that house prices are so skyrocketing and it never stops? How is it possible that the stock market is reaching enormous heights, and instead of a correction, it's going higher and higher and higher? How is it possible that gold is stuck at a certain price range, as well as silver and other metals? What is going on? Are the laws of nature that what goes up has to come down is being tricked out? Is Bitcoin going up to 1 million? The stock market to 50,000? When it comes to the Dow Jones, for example. Is this all possible, what's going on in this time? Well, let me tell you, all of this is, and many of you know it, artificially blown up. But what you do not know, and nobody ever told you, is that it is being blown up to such proportions by money printing of all the federal banks in the world, which are controlled out of Switzerland by the Bank of International Settlements, and they control and keep an eye and orchestrate that all federal banks print all the money possible and stuff it into the economy and into the bond and stock market to blow up this whole system into unknown proportions. But, and now comes the trigger point. For 1918 already people have been informed that there will be a correction by 10% money being taken out of this system by the Fed, for example, and all the other ones will follow. So, what they're actually telling you is, next year we take 10% out of the bubble in one shot. But as you can imagine, when the government agencies and the Federal Reserve banks create such a scenario of deflating the markets in general, including the real estate market, stock markets, bond markets, metal markets, by 10%, this drop will just trigger a much, much severe fall of all asset classes. And this is the moment when the dollar, the euro, and the other currencies will suffer enormously, and a push into the blockchain, into the cryptocurrencies will occur. And this is exactly what is planned. Getting rid of all the currencies once and for all by deflating an enormous bubble which has been created purposefully before, in order to push by desperation all the money into the blockchain and then keep the blockchain under control, under the control of the one world leadership in a stronghold. And then the second phase of what you call blockchain currencies will occur. The total control of all the world wealth under one roof. And this is the part you have not been told until now and until today. There was no other way for the one world shadow government to get rid of the multiple currencies of this globe until the blockchain was put into place by the Secret Service agencies, as I have told you before, so they can be consolidated into one currency which will be very easily controlled with the technology which is already being given to the governments. They are very well aware of what the blockchain is because they have created it, of course. And then the stronghold on your money will be completed. So don't be fooled when people say the bitcoins and the other monetary blockchain currencies are being free and open. Yes, of course, at the moment you can trade back and forth and bitcoins going up and down and so on. But this is only to get you used to this electronic currency, give you trust in it, and people see, wow, I'm getting richer and richer and the government is not controlling it. Until the 10% deflation, the 10% taken out of assets of the market will occur, and the total breakdown of the financial system will occur. And then you will see what happened to you. Be aware of it, buy gold and land, and get rid of your money and your stocks. Rudolf of Germany.